Welcome back. We're going to take a quick look at today's crypto top 10, starting from Bitcoin down to Polygon at number 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, yeah, we'll be covering Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, and then we'll end it with MATIC. Let's get straight into it. Bitcoin against USDT. Ooh, we're kissing the skinny pink line. So one of two things is going to occur. We're either going to go full send or we are going to see some sort of a dip eventually, right? We could still dip, we could still see a small little rally higher, taking out the highs over here before, seeing a proper correction, right? We could do a peekaboo at the skinny pink line, but yeah, again, at this point of time, I'm not really sure. It still looks pretty bullish to me, but on the RSI, we are already super overbought. We're at around 89. The last time when we were 89 was way back in January 2021. So in January 2021, yeah, we were somewhere here, right? January 2021, we were somewhere here. So I suspect that there could still be a dip, right? I'm not so sure what kind of a dip we're gonna get. Are we gonna get a very slow controlled dip? Right, slow controlled dip. We could get something like a ABCD, maybe squeeze breakout. Or maybe we might get something like a inverse head and shoulders, right? So that's what we're hoping for. If we could maintain the bullish trend, right, a small bullish trend, and we build, right, launch pad, right, to launch the rocket from. If we build the launch pad, then great. But again, we need to see it'll be preferable if we got a lower high on the price. That would be the best case scenario, right? But again, like I was saying, we could do a peekaboo, something like that. We pick out from the skinny pink line a little bit, and then we see a fall back down, right? Pick out and a fall back down. Maybe. Again, we are not too sure yet. We don't see any clear, strong selling pressure coming on for Bitcoin. So there's just nothing much that we can do, at this point of time, except to be patient and to wait for the Bitcoin wheels to take a break before we make an entry, right? Because the thing is, imagine if you make a move right now, and if things start dropping, right, you'll be like, oh boy, I should have waited, right? Let's say, of course, if things go well, then great, right? But again, if you look at some of the indicators, we are quite overbought, and there's just no clear big accumulation happening for Bitcoin. Because usually before things break out, right, there will be proper, accumulation before a proper break comes on, right? Or even, when the first fall that came for Bitcoin, there is proper consolidation before we broke out, right? There has to be. Not necessarily, but preferably, we could get, we get something that we could put a trade on, but not at this point of time. So yeah, we're not going to be forcing anything because we just don't know when the dip is going to come, right? Because we're just overbought, and these are what you call oscillating indicators. It oscillates up and down and up and down and up, down. So whenever it goes up, you are gonna see it come back down again, right? Even the stochastic RSI, MACD, they're all super overbought. So yeah, a dip is to be expected. The only question is when. When is the dip coming? Are we gonna take out this high first before we dip, or are we gonna stop dipping? Not too. Whether the dip is going to come soon, we just don't know yet. So we just have to be patient, and hopefully we get something clear, something tradable, right? So if, let's say, for example, this were to become a inverse head and shoulders, right? Then, we need to see this happen first. Or if this becomes an ABCD, right? ABCDE, right? We are only like, halfway through, I would say, right? So there's still this half that we still don't know yet. So again, we need it, we need time to unfold and show us what Bitcoin is going to do. We just don't see it yet, so we're going to be patient, right? I think we'll look at Bitcoin dominance for a little bit. Yeah, it's rising. It's rising, right? Crypto is rising as a whole, but Bitcoin is actually rising faster than everyone else. So that's why Bitcoin dominance is rising. But eventually, I would still expect Bitcoin to collapse lower. To single-digit percentage eventually. That's my expectation. Of course, I could be wrong, but based on what I see, I think more likely than not, the direction is down. So yeah, again, this is a consolidation. Accumulation is happening, and it's like an arrow that's being pulled back. And then once a trend is established, it will it will just start going para, right? Whether if it's towards the upside or downside. Yeah, again, we're just being patient and we're waiting for the Bitcoin whales to see a dip on the Bitcoin's price. Until that happens, we're gonna stay patient. Ethereum against BTC. So here we are for FBTC. That's why we're anticipating the possibility of things dropping lower. Yes, we were aware of this kind of a squeeze, right? But at the same time, there are just too many clusters of stop sells over here. So the anticipation is that we still dip lower, right? How much lower? We don't know. Hopefully, we get a C, right? A, B, C, D, E kind of a chart pattern before we break out for 2024. Best case scenario, but at the same time, we could still fall really, really low. So again, we just aren't really sure at this point of time. We would love to see more clarity for FBTC, but we're just not getting it. So yeah, we're staying patient. ETH against USDT. Where are we? Yeah, same thing as well. Right at the skinny pink line. So are we going to break out higher? Is this a squeeze coming on, right? A, B, C, D, E kind of a chart pattern. Break out higher? We don't know. We're still under the skinny pink line. So the bias, I know we're railing, I know, but the bias is still bearish. To us, it's still bearish at this point of time. Again, for Ethereum, we could also do a peekaboo above the skinny pink line. Something like this. Peekaboo! And then we come back down, right? Hopefully, we get something more positive, right? Maybe, yeah, something like this, looking like an ascending triangle. This would be the best bullish case for Ethereum, but at the same time, we still have our 666 target, and Ethereum could still fall lower for some reason and head lower. I'm not so sure whether that's going to happen or not, but yeah, I just don't see the chart pattern yet, right? The best bullish case is we just break out, and we'll have to wait for a dip, and then we'll probably make a move here, right? In, out, something like that. We'll make a trade for Ethereum, something like that. If we see something, a proper consolidation first, right? But until that happens, yeah, we just can't make a move yet, right? We want to be safe because we could still drop lower, right? And there could still be another move lower, right, towards 666. And if this happens, again, we want to be in, out. So it's either in, out towards the long side or in, out towards the short side. We're still not sure at this point of time. So we just need more information first before doing anything for Ethereum. Moving on will be BNB against BTC. So for Binance Coin against Bitcoin, we're so close to the skinny Bitcoin. I don't know if we're going to be breaking back down or... Yeah, I can't say for sure what's going to happen for BNB against BTC. There's a very clear support line over here. Feels like we're heading towards support. Hopefully the support holds and we see some sort of a bounce, which is strong, which could bring us towards the highs. But if this is a weak support, we might break through the support and then we might get a head and shoulders over here, right? And BNB could be heading much lower. We're not too sure. Again, we're not too sure. No clear chart patterns yet. The only chart pattern that we got was a double value over here. We broke out of it, targets hit, and yeah, we're in a deep retrace at the moment, right? Even when things were rising over here, right? Yeah, again, it's more likely than not, right? When things are overbought, look at the RSI. Very good example of what we just saw on BTC. Anything that's overbought and anything that goes up will eventually come back down in terms of the oscillating indicator, right? And so what happened? We oscillated down. And so here we are, right? We were overbought on the RSI, right? And eventually we came back down into oversold. This is oversold, right? So you just got to be patient. Eventually, it will dip, but again, we're just not sure what kind of a dip we're going to get. If it's going to be a strong dip or if you're going to be getting a chart pattern. Even over here, right, when we saw these highs, we were like, okay, could we see a, ABCD, right? This was quite a strong rally that came on, right? This looked like a proper B to us. And if we could see a C, D, E, best case scenario, absolute best case scenario for BNB BTC, but we didn't get that. What happened? Yeah, we just collapsed. Not exactly collapsed, but on the smaller time frames, it might feel like a collapse, right? But yeah, we just took out the lows over here, and it just became something else, right? And then yeah, things just started looking like a mountain range, right? We made so much effort we put on so much effort to push the price higher. We got pulled back down, up. We get pulled back down. So You see, because there is selling pressure for BNB against BTC, and we're at the skinny pink line. So are we gonna slice through it, slice through the support? Again, we don't know. There are just no clear tradable chart patterns for BNB against BTC. Not at this point of time. BNB against USDT. Yeah, again, we're still not really sure. We still have our $173 target, $122 target. No, there's just things are just not so clear. Again, we could turn bullish and we could turn bearish at the same time. Bullish, maybe we get something like this, right? An ascending triangle, maybe, right above the skinny pink line. Best case scenario, but of course if BTC drops, it's going to pull BNB down with it. If BTC rises, then we get this bullish chart pattern. Ooh, best bullish case scenario. But at the same time, yeah, we're aware that we could get a mountain range over here, and we could still fall over for BNB USDT, right? So yeah, we're approaching things very cautiously. We're still not really sure yet what BNB is trying to do, and so. Yeah, again, we can't be making moves for BNB. Not yet. Eventually, hopefully, but we just don't see it yet. So there you go. XRP against BTC. For XRP, yeah, we were, talking about the dangers of XRP. Yes, we broke above the skinny pink line. If we held above the skinny pink line, we could have just, broke the resistance and go higher. But I think the XRP whales wanted to reaccumulate more XRP before a big move came. So I think XRP might take out these lows. I can't say for sure, but the possibility remains, right? Another possibility is that XRP forms a very nice squeeze here before we break higher, forming something like an ascending triangle, right? Value 1, value 2, value 3, pam. Maybe. But yeah, again, no clear tradable chart patterns yet for XRP against BTC. So be careful about rushing into a trade too soon for XRP BTC, XRP USDT. Here we are. Yeah, we still have our 19 cents target and our 16 cents target. These targets still remain, and we are still in a bearish trend, and we still maintain our bearish bias. And I think that there should still be more downside. But the question we have on our mind is this the top? Could we still see another higher high before XRP drops lower? Is that possible? Of course. Are we overbought on the RSI? Nope. On the stochastic? Yep. So which means that the possibility of a spike is there. But we're largely under the skinny pink line, so the bearish bias is still on for XRP against USDT. And this is not a bullish chart pattern. This is a bearish chart pattern. This was a head and shoulders, right? Head and shoulders. Can you see this? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But it actually rose higher. So like, damn. But we could be coming back down though, right? And this could be, again, a variety of a mountain range of sorts, right? The moment you start seeing mountains, it's like, okay, this is pretty bearish. The moment you start seeing mountains, right? So, okay, let's be careful, boys and girls. Let's be careful, right? Mountains. Okay, let's be careful, boys and girls. Let's be careful. And not be too eager to rush into anything. XRP, I think, has a very big move coming on, probably in 2024. If not, it may be extended to 2028. But there's huge, we see it. We can see the clues being left on the charts, and we feel like there could be something big coming on for XRP, but we're not too sure when it is, whether if it's going to be 2024 or 2028. But yeah, we're pretty excited about it. But yeah, it doesn't really matter to us because we hope to be able to catch XRP eventually once it hits all targets, and then we see the return move back towards the upside. You can bet your butt that we'll be making big moves for XRP. I mean, of course, if XRP starts rising up from here, then of course we will be making big moves as well. But again, we absolutely need to see it on the charts first before we rush into anything, because this is still very bearish to us, and we still expect more downside for XRP. So stay safe and be careful and don't rush into XRP yet. I mean, but of course it's your money, so it's your decision, right? ADA against BTC. Here we are. We still have downside targets for ADA. We're still largely under the skinny pink line. Do we expect ADA to eventually come back up? Yes, we do. But ADA feels to me like it's completing a very high quality platform. If we move up to the weekly, you'll be able to see it. If and when Cardano, right, does complete a nice squeeze over here, a platform for the rocket to launch, right? And then potentially you can see big moves coming on for ADA. Absolute crazy big moves coming on, but we need to accumulate first. The whales of ADA need to accumulate first. The whales of ADA are going to be the ones pushing the price of ADA higher, but they need to buy more ADA at lower prices, accumulate more ADA first before the push comes on. So yeah, and there could still be more downside, right? We could be heading towards the 0.618 golden retracement ratio, and we're still largely in a downtrend for ADA BTC. Just by looking at the skinny pink line on the daily, we're still in a downtrend, so we're still buyers bearish. The only thing is, I just don't see the trade yet. Eventually, maybe, hopefully, but not yet. I mean, of course, if we do rally back up, then if you get something over here, right, maybe, you know, this would be great. Then we'll take a trade for ADA if this happens. But again, we're expecting something bigger, right? This would be beautiful if it happened, right? Much better than this. Much better than this. And so, yeah, we'll have to see how things go first, right? I don't think there's any move for ADA at this moment, right? It's very difficult to do nothing because you're going against nature when it comes to trading. You're always compelled to want to put on a trade. The desire to put on a trade is always very strong, but you have to fight the desire and be patient and wait for things to, you know, reveal themselves. We just don't see it yet. ADA against USDT, yeah, we're going close towards the resistance here. Again, could this be the reversal? Maybe an inverse head and shoulders? Something like what BTC could be getting. And then ADA goes to the moon. This would be great. Yeah, we're still not sure. We can't say for sure at this point of time. So, yeah, it's very hard to call. Yeah, this looks like a potential ending fifth wave diagonal. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's again overbought. And you could see that these are lower highs on the RSI, so there could be a dip coming on, so be careful. I don't think there's a trade long for ADA yet. Not to me, not to us, right? Even if you do see some sort of a rally, I suspect that the skinny pink line will be a showstopper. I think to stop the show and maybe some sort of to provide some sort of a resistance for a dip for ADA. So yeah, again, at this point of time, we're still not really sure. We are still not really sure. And the question we have for ADA, we still have this question: is this the bottom? Right? Is 24 cents the bottom, or could we see 20 cents, sub 20 cents? Not too sure. We are not too sure, but we like what we're seeing. We're falling in a very controlled manner, right? When we rose very fast. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say where's the price right now? From here to here, right? How many days did it take? 247 days. From here to here. How many days did it take? 480 days, which means that it's longer to fall, but it's faster to rise. So the speed is towards the upside. But like all things, there will be retraces, right? Everything that rises will eventually retrace as well. And if you rise parabolically, you will retrace brutally as well, right? This is absolute brutality. We're down 92% from the highs to the lows over here. 92%. That's absolute insanity. So yeah, I think we should be very careful about rushing into a trade too soon for ADA. Not yet. Eventually, hopefully, but not yet. The potential is there for the ADA BTC pair, so we'll be watching the BTC pair as well, right? As always, we will always be looking at the BTC pair, and as long as ADA is in the top 40, we'll be looking at Cardano very often, right? Every week, I'll be here. Don't you worry. Doge against BTC. Yeah, it's not good. It is not good. We actually touched the skinny pink line, so maybe we could be heading lower. On the daily, 2 days ago, we had a shooting star, which means that there's selling pressure, right? A shooting star is a body with a wick 3 times the size of the body, small little lower wick, right? So this means that the price was pushed up, but then it got pulled back down, and you get a shooting star. This is how it works, which means that there's proper selling pressure. I mean, of course, we could just rally up from here, but in terms of tradability, I don't see the trade for Doge BTC. Hopefully, we get a squeeze over here, right? A, B, C, D, E. Best case scenario. We're still not sure yet at this point of time. Of course, things can still drop really low, but yeah, we'll take things one step at a time. Doge against USDT. So Doge against USDT. Here we are. We've warned many times before that this could be a Mountain 1, Mountain 2, yeah, we could be dropping much lower. This in itself could become a head and shoulders. We could be heading lower. Not too sure. We're still under the skinny pink line. We did a peekaboo, but then we got slapped down. Whoop-ha! Peekaboo, slap, peekaboo. Are we gonna get slapped again? Again, even on Dogecoin, right? A series of higher highs. Ooh, this is dangerous. When you see marginally higher highs, things could be dropping lower, right? Very risky. I'm not saying that it can't go higher. I'm just saying this is very risky to be going long. So yeah, I mean, altcoins in general, of course, they're outliers. In general, altcoins are still very BTC sensitive. So yeah, I feel like there could be a move lower. So be careful. Be very, very careful about rushing into a trade too soon for Dogecoin. I still think that there's more downside. So stay safe. MATIC against BTC. Yeah, so this is MATIC. We had a target for MATIC. The target that we had over here was at 10,980. We're at 4,874. We actually broke out from the something like this series of valleys, and we're out. Retrace. Are we going to break higher, or is this going to turn into a slanter type of a head and shoulders, and we hit lower? That's possible. That's possible. Nothing that I would consider as tradable. Not at this point of time. Even if you do fall, I would expect MATIC to consolidate over here. Build the platform, right? The launch pad for the rocket to go much higher. Will it happen? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We shall wait and see. Hopefully we get something clearer, something more tradable for MATIC, but yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. MATIC against USDT. We still have our target over here at 45 cents. If we take out the highs over here, ladies and gentlemen, this will be invalidated. Everything will be largely invalidated. We're above the skinny pink line though, so the chances of MATIC going slightly higher, taking out the highs over here, is there. It is there. So yeah, if we take out these highs, we do a retrace, we consolidate, we could actually continue higher for MATIC against USDT. Absolutely possible, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see how things go first, right? It's just that I don't think there's a trade for MATIC, not at this point of time. Eventually, hopefully, but not at this point of time, so stay safe. All right, I guess that's it for today's Crypto Top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!